Okay, so here we are. It's September 10th-ish. I lost track of the date. We're going to do something a little different today. Today I am going to remove the full honey supers. Have every reason to believe that the ones that aren't full yet probably aren't going to be filled out. So I'm going to leave those, whatever honey's in there, for the bees to use this winter. So what I'm going to do, it's kind of hot, so I haven't dressed up yet, but what I'm going to do is on hive number 1, it's the one off to your left, I'm going to take that top box off, set it to the side. That one's not full yet. Crack the second box off, and I'm going to carry that way off away from the hives. Yes, it'll be full of bees. Then I'm going to put the top box back on. That's the one that's not full, and I'll go ahead and let the bees use that for food. And once I'm done with that, then we'll switch over to a different area of the yard where I'll start removing the frames from the full box one by one and getting the bees off. And that's going to be a combination probably of gentle persuasion with a brush, a little bit of smoke, and maybe even some thwapping on a bit of concrete, and you'll see what I mean. Okay, let's get started. This box off in probably a couple months. There we go. Okay. Up we go. Oh, that's heavy. Oh yeah. Okay. Alright, so you'll have to bear with me on this one. This is a part I've never actually done before. But basically I'm going to pull the frames out one at a time, and I'm going to flap them good on one of these logs here to shake the bees off. And I've got a brush to brush the remaining ones off. Since they're out of the hive, they really shouldn't get aggressive, but you never know. And basically I'm going to transfer each of the frames one by one, remove the bees, put them in a different box, and then that box will go in the house where it'll wait until I get ready to actually harvest the honey, which will be the next video. So let's see what happens here. propolis is melting in the sun. Actually making it pretty hard to hang on to these. There's a fully loaded honey frame. These don't mind terribly being switched off here, as long as you kind of flick them into the air. You don't want to roll them or pinch them. That they get picked off and do that. At this point, I've got several hundred bees hanging around the log there where I was flapping them off. Got a few in the box here yet. They will find their way home. Once they stop being confused, they'll go ahead and fly back to the nest. So that was that. Honestly, that takes a lot of finger strength to hold those things up. Each of those frames probably weighs, I'm actually weighing them here in a little bit, but each of them probably weighs around 3 or 4 pounds, which doesn't sound like much until you're trying to hold it between your index finger and thumb and you're hanging on to a somewhat slippery surface because your body heat is melting the propolis. So that was very interesting. No stings, that was good. And next step will be to actually harvest that honey and see how much I get for Christmas presents.